autism. Whoa, whoa, this is how autism speaks.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gina Sims. I'm the founder of the Autism Theater Project. And today I'm talking with singer, teacher, and speaker Kaylah Taylor.
Hello.
Kaylah, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Kaylah Taylor. I sing, play the piano and guitar, and I'm currently an educator for the past 5 years. And recently I graduated from in business, music business, and I'm happy to be on here with Gina.
I'm happy to be here with you. Kaylah, something I love that I've heard you say, I think I heard you say in your commencement speech, is how you're autistic and artistic.
Oh,
And how,
yes, that's my favorite.
yeah, could you talk to us about how your autism maybe in some ways helps your artistry?
Like when I create, I love to think about who I'm creating for and how I'm feeling inside. So if I'm creating, I'm trying to communicate my emotion and also trying to see who out there needs a song. Because like when I'm writing a song, I'm writing for how I'm feeling. And that's why I'm autistic and artistic, because usually I'm writing a song, I'm doodling or playing my guitar. So doing those things helps me make it through my day, make it through my life. And so far, it's became my life.
What do you love most about music and how it affects you?
I love being able to play with different instruments, hear different sounds, and hear what music sounded like further back and trying to connect it all and see how it evolved. And the music just changes so often. And like I learned how to do producing, and that really helped me to build my own songs and be able to put it out there for people. So it gave me a way to actually publicize what I do. So that's what I like about it, like making sure I could hear different things. And
Mhm. That's awesome. I love music too, and I love writing music as well. And what I
yeah,
love about music, yeah, what I love about music is that it's a universal language.
yes, it is. I
Mhm.
think I have my little shirt over there that says music is a universal language, and it says music is my second language. Yeah.
Mhm. For I think for some people it's even their first language.
Yes, because you don't need to know even the words, just how the music comes across, you could convey the emotion. Like even if it's instrumental, the minor and major keys, it already has a feeling to it.
Yeah, very cool. Well, when did you first realize you love music?
Well, my mom, she told me that when I was like 5 and 4, I would get up and my song to sing was This Little Light of Mine. And I started singing out when I was young. I didn't learn like my instruments till like way later in life, like high school and guitar in college, but singing, I sung in a church and I sung on stage at Coconut Grove Playhouse,
Oh,
the
wow.
youth choir. So singing has always been there. And whenever somebody needs a singer, I'm like, I got a song.
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. When did you decide that music was something you wanted to study and pursue professionally?
I actually didn't know when I first got to college what I want. I I thought I wanted to be in criminal justice. So when I went to Florida Atlantic University, I was a criminal justice major. But then I thought about, you know what, I don't think I really like that. So I came back down from FAU and I went to Miami-Dade and FIU, and that's when I started studying music, and my voice there, when I had to study music, I had to do opera for about 4 years. So that's I changed my major. I threw out criminal justice and in with music performance, vocal major, and education intertwined. So I'm glad I got out of criminal justice because I would have been the singing cop.
Was there anything else your mom did that you feel made her a really successful parent?
She like in my goals that I want and what I set out in life to do, she always stuck behind it. When I went and changed majors from criminal justice to music, she wasn't like, eh. She was like, all right, you gonna do something you love. So that was very motivational and pushing for me, because usually when you change to something like that, parents could be against it, but my mom, she gave me the big ups to keep going and keep doing and keep learning new things, because she even gets me like my first guitar was from my mom. She bought it took me a long time to learn how to play the guitar, but when I did, it helped me. And she kept telling me, learn how to play that guitar. And I was pushing it over, but now I know how to play it. I'm like, I should have been learned how to play the guitar. So like she she made sure that what I wanted to do, that she was behind me with it. And that's powerful. Like it wasn't like you can't do it. She was like, you can do it. And having that voice, my mom and my sister, she likes to call herself my creative person, because she listens to my music and comes and start thinking of stuff. So my sister too, she's very supportive as well.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I'd like to talk about your journey from, say, like elementary school to the commencement speech at UM. And were there any major obstacles that you faced when you were in school, in high school or in middle school? How
Yes,
did you overcome that?
when I was in high school, I had to have a foot surgery. I had to have two foot surgeries actually, and I had to get screws put into my feet. And then about 7 months later, I had to, or about, it was probably 7 to a year later, I had to go in a wheelchair for the first surgery for about 6 months. And then a year later, I had to get the screws taken out of my feet. And I had to go back in the wheelchair again. I probably walked for like 2 months in between with like a walker or a cane, but then I had to go back in a wheelchair. And I remember the students at Miami Springs, my friends that helped me, they were so kind. Like they and they used to make sure I could get around to class. And it was a it was a it was a bonus with helping me to class, because we got out maybe 2 minutes early. And they were like, who wants to help Kayla? And all these people hands would be in the air. And I'm like, So my OK Google came on. I'm sorry about that. And they would hold their hands in the air to help me around. But I remember making it around that huge school. It was very hard in a wheelchair. And that was the experience in high school. So good it was before senior year though. And in in college it was a lot of like lupus flares and having like prolonged stays in the hospital. And I'm sorry, hold on. It was a lot of stays in the hospital that uh I couldn't attend class, so class had to come to me in the hospital and completing work while I'm in the bed. So it was a lot of different things going on, but like I knew how how to like try to keep on top of it the best way I can.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, AngelSense. I was so excited to find out that AngelSense wanted to sponsor ATP, also known as the Autism Theater Project, because I was so moved by their dedication to creating tracking devices for individuals with special needs and also older adults with dementia or Alzheimer's to help ensure their safety while allowing us caregivers to give our loved ones the freedom to explore while we still are able to know where they are at all times. All right, so how it works is you get the AngelSense watch. You can purchase one at www.angelsense.com. Give it to your loved one, and you will be able to remotely track where your loved one is.
AngelSense is an assistive technology designed to ensure maximum safety, effective remote support, and greater independence for individuals with special needs. It includes an AI-powered monitoring and alerting system, an app for multiple caregivers, and a wearable device with an assistive speakerphone and SOS button. Additionally, the AngelSense service offers premium customer care that is entirely staffed by special needs moms who use AngelSense with their own children. When you call, we understand.
I grew up in the Liberty City area of Miami with my mother, hey ma, an older sister, and a determination to make my way. When growing up, doctors told my mom that I would never be able to speak. Put me in a home. I am autistic and I am on the spectrum, but as I like to say, I am autistic and artistic. This is a part of my life puzzle. Thank you. I'm a musician, singer, pianist, and I play guitar. I've had to overcome some things to get to where I'm at. There is an old hymn I've learned when I grew up. It goes a little bit like this. Think I run on, see what the end's gonna be. Think I run on, see what the end's gonna be. Think I run on, see what the end's gonna be.
I loved watching your commencement speech at UN.
You
Uh,
watched it?
yes, I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I loved hearing your story. Could you tell us basically about what you talked about in that speech,
Yes.
growing up in the
So like in my speech, I mentioned I grew up with my mom and my sister, and my mom, she was an educator, and she worked a lot with people with special needs and people that had disabilities. So I guess when she found out that, her little baby autistic, it was like, I'm gonna do something to make sure that she goes through it well, and that she could, so that I can make it and try to do things for myself. Because just about a year or two ago, I just learned how to scramble my eggs really good. And it was a task for me. And people think, oh, she graduated with a degree, she could do all this stuff, but it's still some things I struggle with, um like cooking an egg. That was funny. And like learning how to drive, I'm still getting the hang of it.
what your mom did really helped you be able to succeed and get to the point where you're doing the eloquent commencement speech and accomplishing all these goals and everything.
Yes, and it takes me back to teaching too, because like when I started teaching and I got that job, like I'll put stuff in a place, but sometimes, it's a bunch of people, it's not going to be in that same place. So it really helps to like try to get used to change. It's uncomfortable, but but it helps. Yeah.
For sure. Was there anything else your mom did that you feel made her a really successful parent?
She, like, in my goals that I want and what I set out in life to do, she always stuck behind it. When I went and changed majors from criminal justice to music, she wasn't like, eh. She was like, all right, you gonna do something you love. So that was very motivational and pushing for me, because usually when you change to something like that, parents could be against it. But my mom, she gave me the big ups to keep going and keep doing and keep learning new things, because she even gets me like, my first guitar was from my mom. She bought, it took me a long time to learn how to play the guitar, but when I did, it helped me. And she kept telling me, learn how to play that guitar. And I was pushing it over, but now I know how to play it. I'm like, I should have been learned how to play the guitar. So like she she made sure that what I wanted to do, that she was behind me with it. And that's powerful. Like it wasn't like, you can't do it. She was like, you can do it. And having that voice, my mom and my sister, she likes to call herself my creative person, because she listens to my music and comes and start thinking of stuff. So my sister too, she's very supportive as well.
Could you talk a little bit about your positive attitude and your ability to have, I guess, this persistent patience is what I get from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I actually want to learn from that, because sometimes I have one or the other. Like I'll
Yes.
have the persistence, but I'm like, and then I'll have the patience, but I'm maybe a little too laid back about something I should be a little bit more aggressive about.
Yeah.
So talk about it. Have you always been like that?
I, you know what? I don't even know where it comes from. Like, uh, I know that I'm very, like, if I want to reach something, I'm very like, I gotta be up on this. And then if I know that I'm trying to complete a project, like, music making or something like that, I want to make sure that it's a-okay. Sometimes I'll rewrite it 3 times to make sure it's okay and what I want. So it comes hand in hand. Yes. So just trying to balance them out, because if you have too much patience, it could take you a very long time to complete one task. But if you're on top of it every day, it's like, I gotta do this, 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 and then I can set that to the side.
Hmm. For sure. It seems like you have faith. And I think both of those things take faith, persistence and patience.
Yes,
Believing it will happen. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, you
Believing it
gotta
will
have faith. Yes.
happen. Have you when you were growing up, is there a specific moment you remember where you feel like you realized that you have autism, or that you see the world in a different way?
You know, I can't put it per se, but I knew I always handled stuff differently, and stuff around me and sounds differently. And all my things had to be, now that I think about it, in a certain way. And I would love it in that certain way. So it's probably a, bunch of things, but I remember, if I leave my shoes right there, I want my shoes there. When I come back, and my mom had to start teaching me, sometimes they gotta be moved. They're in the middle of the floor. So is the uh, being used to change was a big one for me. Making
Mm.
sure that I won't I won't start crying if something's moved from here to there.
Let us know, what advice would you give to teenagers who want to be artists, specifically those who are on the spectrum who want to be artists?
My advice to them is to naturally be themselves, because nobody could be them. Like, it's no one else that could be the person that they are. So if you're feeling that emotion, write based on that emotion, write based on yourself and how you view the world, not how other people view it, because that's their perspective. You want to be an artist that's originally you from head to toe, and people want to hear your story and what you have to hear and what you have to say as well.
For sure. I love that. Every single perspective created is essential.
Yes, and you don't want to be a copy, you want to be an original.
I love talking to you. I love your energy. I love your story. I love your confidence.
And I
And your
remember one other thing that my mom said to me when I was younger just now. She said that when I was, you know, some people on the spectrum, they have like, remember the sensory I was talking to you about, the head banging and stuff, and they thought my behavior was bizarre that I was exhibiting, and they wanted to put me in a home. And my mom said, no, I'm gonna keep my so just thinking about that and thinking about where I could have been, I thank my mom so much and my family for like being behind me and for people like you wanting to hear my story. So I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. You're very welcome. I think that's really beautiful that she did that, and she had the faith when others.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I think sometimes for people when they can't, when it's not obvious how a child's gonna be able to overcome something,
yeah,
they, they don't want to accept uh the fact that they just don't know what's gonna happen. They don't want to accept the not knowing, so they're like, this can't happen,
yeah,
or
they already have, you know what, for this person, that's never gonna happen. They're not gonna amount to nothing, and they don't even know that yet. And and that's what I don't like, for people to tell others, to get away from that mentality of telling people what they can't do just because they have autism or another disability that they have.
yeah, great, cool. Well, thank you so much, Kayla.
Thank you. You have a great day.